getting onto the dashboard.
All right, we're back.
Okay.
I don't know.
And we're back.
Sorry about that.
That was our cutaway as we arrive on Kite Hill.
Well played, Ian.
I don't know if you lot have been hydrated at this party, but it's about early evening, and you're feeling a good day of relaxation, if a bit stressful at times. Kids are playing. There are farms nearby, but things still feel celebratory, if for no real reason. Kites are in the sky, kids are playing, and you don't often see kids play in this city. Sailix, you know how this works, but sometimes it's really hard to interpret. This isn't a game you have a lot of experience playing. Vesprin, on the other hand, you know it pretty well.
But
The way
has
it works.
anybody told her what we're doing here and what's happening?
So you've kind of got an idea. I mean, the party's headed over to Kite Hill. They left a noble's party in order to go, so you imagine it's probably for secret messages, considering they're not all children.
Yeah.
So it starts to be a little bit clear. Nasrin, did you leave your party, or are you staying behind?
I stayed behind.
I would stay behind too.
Excellent.
I feel like it would have been
To discuss the play.
Yeah.
I love
That's what
it.
the kids
So,
call it these days.
oh my gosh. I want some society checks. Start to read these things. Vesprin, you're going to be much better at this. You're fluent in your kite language, but they always change it. So if you're a bit rusty right now,
I'll hero point that.
also need to know what you're looking for before you can keep an eye out. So you might need to ask your resident wizard.
Yeah. So what are we doing here?
You know, I'll be completely honest. I'm not entirely sure. Sailix,
So,
what are we doing here?
So, we're looking for hold on.
Bellflower Network.
we'll use
Information regarding about the Bellflower Network.
I'm using a hero point to reroll too, because this seems important.
Did
You know the
what?
Bellflower Network?
Yes, the Bellflower Network.
That's an old communication line.
From what I picked up from your conversation you were having, Miss Longroad is a part of that network, and if there's anything that's happened to her, we'll be sure to be able to discern it from.
Are you telling me the Bellflower Network moved to using kites?
Hey man, everybody's got to go to something.
Sure.
No.
Right.
As it turns out, gentlemen, I happen to know quite a bit about how these folks communicate with these fucking kites. So, I'd be more than happy to help you out with the information you need. As long as you bring me on full time, yeah?
Full time. Do you think we get paid for this?
You guys got like a bloody name recognition. You gotta get paid something, yeah?
We literally murdered hundreds of thousands of people to get that.
Hold on.
You murder lots of people.
Spoilers.
My knife loves murder. This is fine.
Your knife loves a lot more than murder, I assure you. At some point in time, it's going to ask for your soul. Sailix, do you head up the Crimson Ravens, or are you just a part of them?
I mean, it's really a group effort, but more often than not, they defer to asking me things.
Vesprin, Uh, is it Theobald? Is that his name?
Aye.
He heads up, and you're tied to him, yeah?
Yeah, he's like my dad.
All right, good to know. Adonis,
I'm sorry, what?
You notice
Albatross.
Aldonis
Org,
has
he
been
was
looking
at
around.
somebody across the field as a woman. And he's sort of lost some amount of eye contact with this person.
I'm sorry, you what?
You're with the Albatross, yeah?
I'm with them. Like, I do a lot of the inland stuff since they're mostly more comfortable on the water.
Yeah, I get that part.
But like, I'm not in charge or anything.
No, I get it. You're
I,
still a
I
good
hang out.
representative.
I hang out with
Dietrich.
Dietrich a lot, and yeah.
That's the important part.
Okay.
Now, if memory serves, I think there's the Jennies. Is that right?
Yeah.
Aye.
And then who else am I missing?
The Silver Ravens.
That's Nasrin. Got that covered.
The Red Jills.
The Red Jills. That's who I was.
Right. The red Jennies are over in Denerim.
Touche. The Red Jills. So who am I missing then?
Order the Torrent. That's it.
So, out of the lot of the group's factions here in Cantargo, there's a representation, and we're about to get the favor of more than half of them. So, with that in mind, Vesperin, if you're willing to put a good name into the work that we do, to you and yours, I don't see any reason why you can't join this little adventure.
That
Yeah.
sounds fantastic.
In
Really?
return, however, we do not get bothered by you and yours, no matter where we go.
No.
That's
Everything's
great.
And that at least goes towards Sailix, if not the entirety of the Crimson Ravens.
Also, don't steal my shit.
It was more like borrowing.
You can't borrow rum once you've drunk it.
It wasn't rum, it was whiskey.
Whatever. I don't drink alcohol. I don't know the difference.
And, I mean, again, it was about appreciating it because it was going to waste in that cellar. Like, nobody was drinking it, and that's just sad.
Sailix, in return,
Bloody tragedy.
Crimson Ravens will do the same. They won't bother us, right?
I can try.
As best as you can manage.
I will put in a good word.
All right. So, is that fair, Vesperin?
Aye.
All right then. So, who's talking to who around here?
So Ian with the hero point, I got a 31 for looking at kites.
I messaged you. You noticed something right away.
Okay.
Probably intentionally kept your hand hidden. But yeah,
Oh.
you've been around. This is something you've mastered by now.
Okay. So, and like she wouldn't like point, but she'd just kind of be like, "You see the yellow one with the little red thingies on it?
Yeah.
That's a distress signal from your network."
Bellflower Network.
And
All right. Who communicates along the Bellflower?
Well, as you follow the kite to the rope, you notice a scruffy-looking halfling with a pipe in his mouth, no beard,
Oh, that bitch!
and he makes
Mother.
eye contact with you. Suddenly, he releases the kite and takes a couple steps back. You're easily about 100 feet away or so. And he sort of looks around to whatever clearing, like whatever, if there's forest or maybe farms nearby. He's looking
Sailix.
for an out.
Sailix, can I get him? Can I get him?
Hold. Sailix is gonna spread his wings. He's like, I'll
So,
race you.
Without even blinking, Rune just twirls his hand around, spins his staff up as he just disappears in a flock of ravens and reappears right next to him.
Oh, he cheated.
Right. The Sailix is gonna be like, this. I was gonna race to that.
He
Fucking
cheated.
wizard.
Fucking wizard. It's all right.
It's been a long time.
Calment falls to his ass, just looking up. It's golden hour now, and he has a absolute look of shock in his eyes.
How
Hello,
you doing,
Rune.
mate?
I'm well. I've done
We
good
should
for
have a
myself. Should we?
Oh, yeah. How about some coffee?
I wouldn't go there.
Oh, that's good to know.
You know, he's
How about you
visibly
pick
shaking.
a place and we start to chat? Does that sound good? Now, if you remember, I treated you right. And you up and disappeared.
You wouldn't believe me if I told you why.
Oh, you'd be surprised what I'd believe after the shit I've been through.
Aldana, Sailix, have you caught up to this?
Oh, definitely. Sailix like flew
Right.
over angrily, like
Stamped into warg form and
So what is it then?
Sailix probably comes up a little angry. He's like, "You mother! I was gonna. That's not fair. You're no magic anymore in races. We could have caught him and cut his legs off fair and square, and not use magic at all."
you notice
Rune
that
just rolls his eye and sighs.
the necklace that's currently around Adonis's neck is glowing bright red.
You know what, Calmont? I think we've got a nice, quiet place we could have a chat. Got some good food there. Got a nice bed. How long has it been
Daenerys
since you've had a
making
nice bed?
dinner.
If you kill me, you start a war.
There's no killing you, Calmont. We haven't done it yet. There's no need to jump to it now.
Sailix is gonna kneel down, like,
Smiles, but he's still shaking.
"I've started wars before.
Yeah, we
It's
want
not
him
that
to.
hard, and I still sleep real good at night."
Yeah, well, I'm proper scared now.
Good.
Calmont, there's no
Adonis.
need to be scared.
He gets up. Not very tall. Well,
He shat
go.
his pants.
Yeah, come on then.
Oh, is that?
where do you take
that's-
him?
How do we take him?
Sailix's place if he's up for it.
Oh, if that's the case, if we're taking him back to my place, then I don't want people to see me arriving with this. So Salix will throw his cloak over him and pick him up. And he's like, "Well, we'll have a race after all." And he'll fly off.
Rune will similarly tap his staff to his back as two black raven wings unfurl as he takes off as well.
Well,
There's an old
I forgot
man,
Vesprin.
I feel like Vesperid's just like, nobody's gonna out extra me, and like grappling hooks.
and the same old man who had much to say about the director says, "Those are the strangest kites I've ever seen." Just looking up at the figures floating away into the sky.
Meanwhile, Aldonis is like, "Great, I'm gonna go chase after Grubby, or Gubby, whatever, because I was not taken along on this trip. I'm already here and in wolf form. Might as well."
Intriguing. So, Sailix, Rune, Vesperin, you all managed to arrive at about the same time.
Yeah.
You're all quick in your own ways. Where do you put him when you arrive, though?
Sailix throws him directly into the dirt of the training ground because it's that open courtyard. So as he lands, like when he threw the cloak over, he threw it over his head, so he couldn't see where they were going. As he lands, he doesn't hit the ground, and he keeps like the steady tempo of his wings flapping, and then he just kind of shakes him loose of his cloak to let him fall, thinking he might be falling to his death.
Oh, okay. Interesting. That has him proper terrified and screaming for his life. It was short-lived because he met the ground and looks at you like you just gave him mercy, but also just tortured him. And then he just sort of like lifts his arms up like he's waiting for something.
It's like, don't worry. There's no reason to kill you yet.
Yeah.
Boom lands.
Could you tell him?
Tell him what?
If you fuck with the Bellflower Network, you're messing with the Silver Ravens too.
Oh.
Calmont,
I don't think you
unpuff
understand.
yourself, please.
Right.
There's no need to puff up here.
Vesperin pops down, cool superhero landing. So, what we need him for?
This here's Calmont. We're old friends, aren't we?
It sure does seem like it. I know that I like to take all my best friends into big sacks and fly away.
It's a cloak, not a sack. Jesus.
Come on, Calmont. Let's have something to eat and drink, shall we? We'll discuss what happened to you and what you're so desperate for.
I don't know what you've been doing for the last 2 years, Rune, but I've been hunting. And he's gonna look around a little bit. I think I know. I think you know.
Best tea.
You want to talk about the triad?
Did you give up on Voz then?
Let's go.
All right.
And he'll dust himself off a bit.
Well, hang on a minute. You was looking for, you was making a distress call. So, what was you distressed about? Because, you didn't know about my friends here till now.
Dear Talon, I'm avoiding my demise. Things are quite urgent. But he'll kill me. And he sort of nods to Sailix, who you've known to be the angel of death these days. Tell you the truth, we are running out of time. We've been
On with
attacked.
it.
The Silver Ravens have been attacked, or the network has.
The network.
And how does one attack an information network?
I mean,
We have a hideout. It's a coffee house. It's been brutalized. It's a massacre in there. And it's under all of your noses.
Is the owner dead?
I don't know.
Are people being held in there, or is it truly bloody?
I got out early. They're still
So-
there. See his eyes start to well up a bit.
Hey, save the tears until after.
Tell us the story, Calmont.
I left to join the Bellflower Network. I learned a bit about some people, about your friend, He's gonna look at the amulet a little bit. If Aldonis, actually, Aldonis isn't there. He's not.
No, I'm not.
Forgot to say, yeah, Sailix. No, so, he sort of just glances around. Where's Monica?
Between that, like after that, Sailix's like mood just super like sours real quick.
She didn't make it through the war.
That's
I
a
feel
shame.
like Vespa has like almonds that she's munching on now, just like
From Sailix's pantry.
yeah,
course.
like she
Yeah,
has
just more of his food. I owed her some information about her family.
Did you know? Did they find her?
I found her. I'd
Best
like
keep
to tell
that
you
to
more
yourself,
about the
then.
Bellflower Network, but we're losing our numbers by the minute. They attacked this morning. They're
Who's
still
they?
there. The Triad.
All right, all right.
How
Why
many
would
are
they
there?
be after you?
Half a dozen last I checked. They cut us down. Guests too.
It looks like the Triad's trying to insinuate itself into Cantargo. Stands to reason they would break down the communication lines of its most prominent faction. All right, so if we were to go to this coffee shop and attempt to clear it out, what should we be expecting exactly?
Archers. Brigands. They came in with poisoned arrows. I went out through a window.
And you're certain they're still there?
I don't think they've left.
And it's happened just today?
He nods.
Was anything strange going on about 2 weeks ago?
That's when we started this investigation.
Tell me about that.
Ilaria, she was suspicious about the Triad.
What'd you find out?
Well, she found out. Every time you mention them, someone dies. We learned to be quiet. And the Crimson Ravens spoke up. Things have set into motion. But you don't know. You don't know who the Triad really are, do you?
Do you?
Just bits. Here and there.
What do you know then?
I know they prefer to take someone before they kill them.
Sounds about right.
Slavers.
It took me, after all, before they killed me.
I
Well
need
then.
you to save us.
I know you do.
Aldonis will show up just at that point and just be like, "We're saving who from what now?"
We're just doing what our usual thing is, you know, save everybody from everything else.
Oh, is it Tuesday?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right, come on. I'm presuming you want to lay low a bit, yeah?
I'd like to meet Laria. If she's okay.
Well, once we find that out, that's not a problem. In the meantime, I suppose you want to stay as quiet and as low as possible, is that right?
I can agree to that.
All right. Sailix, are you all right with him staying here?
Motherfucker. You know what? Sure, it's a fucking goes Ray awful flop house.
You're too
Got a
kind, sir.
goblin in my kitchen. Got a
He
wizard
can
in my
stay
study.
in my
and
room.
halfling in my fucking training area. Why not?
Where am I gonna stay?
At your own place.
I don't know, we're all teammates now, yeah? Like, I thought having, this big fancy house was part of the deal.
You can stay
No,
outside.
honestly, we need to be getting back to the party. I gotta talk to Lady Aulamaxa.
Are we unified in that effort to set off and potentially save our friends here?
I mean, we should.
Unified's questionable, but I think we're gonna go together at the very least.
Yeah.
Sailix will tell Rune to send Corvus out to scout over top of the coffee house. If archers are posted up, they would usually be at high areas, good vantage points, to see people coming from alleyways or something like that.
Oh, you gorgeous
Interesting.
Adonis, I'll do anything.
Oh, I love that bird so much.
I feel like Vesperin would be arguing with, like, just bickering childishly with Sailix, like, the whole way to wherever we're going. Like, I'm here, part of the team, and, you gotta have, like, synergy, yeah? Do you know what
Fine, you can stay in the cupboard where you keep taking all of my food from.
I mean, it's going to waste, You're not eating it. You don't want it to go bad.
I'll lay a pillow down and you can catch some Z's in the cupboard.
You see how he treats me? I'm gonna be shedding blood for you. I saved your bloody life.
Sailix,
With that demon.
can we kill her yet?
No, we're going to have manners.
You're welcome to try, sweetheart.
Ooh. So,
Rune just shakes his head.
arriving as you eventually make your way back, it's evening now, and you're at the Greens District, which is the noble district of Cantargo. You arrive at Aulamaxa Manor. Director, you wake up from what you thought was already being awake and you find yourself in a kitchen. There's dry food around you, some not dry food.
Please tell me there's a
Your
chicken.
sleeve is torn open. You don't know what's happened in the last hour, and there's a chicken. But this time, it's picking at something like a rash at your arm. Would be strange to some people. You know exactly what this means. This isn't a fun way to wake up from whatever you just experienced.
Nope.
It's quite sad.
It is.
Oh, no. Among
no.
gnomes, this is considered. There's a decent gnomish word that means pathetic, of the highest degree, and you're having that moment right now. But hope is not lost because you do hear your friends are still outside, being the guests, not your actual friends, your fake friends at
Fake
this
friends.
party.
Oh, thank God. Okay, fake friends.
Yeah. What do you do?
So yeah, he'll have that moment of panic, like, oh, and there is a moment where it's very brief, where he is actually tied to the world, and he has a moment of mortality as he sits there, and then he immediately begins to like cover it up. Okay, shit. Okay, gotta go. Oh no. Oh, what do you do? Get away, chicken. And he'll kind of reassess himself, get himself up, and cover his arm as best as possible, and pick up whatever notes he was making, and kind of flustered, get some sort of like semblance as he'll go back out there.
Is this in my kitchen?
I think so. Is it in her kitchen? It's still in her kitchen, right?
Yeah, and
Oh,
as you do
dear.
this, you make this little pep talk. You didn't realize that Nasrin was in the kitchen grabbing cheese because they had ran out and she wasn't patient. She saw all of this happen. You went from 0 to 100 and stuttered back to like 40 for a little bit. She saw everything, though.
Okay.
You're right.
Yes, absolutely.
Perhaps we need to cover up.
I think that would, you are wise to, yes, I do. Yes, I do.
I like peek outside the door and ask somebody to go get some kind of cloak or jacket or something.
I apologize. I didn't think anybody was here. It's fine. It's all right. It's fine. It'll be fine.
What happened?
He'll kind of look around, and is it just them in the kitchen?
It's just us.
Okay.
Yeah.
He'll kind of sit there for a moment. I guess stand there, and maybe he'll even like waddle over to a seat and kind of like sit down. This is a little embarrassing. Do you know much about gnomes?
Not that much.
It's okay. It's not. There's something in gnome culture that's called a lot of things, but primarily it's called the bleaching. Bleaching, maybe. I like to call it the bleaching. It's something that affects all gnomes at some point in time, and it's not the best thing. It's not. There's no way to really describe it. You lose yourself. You lose your color over time. You lose everything. He kind of like looks down at his his body and his stuff, and he's like, you lose it, and yeah. It doesn't time when, no specifics. Just it happens, and it starts to happen, and yeah. But more importantly, he's gonna try and get himself back to like get out of this mindset, because it's not good for him. We gotta play, and there's a lot of things that we have to do to make sure this goes well and everything. And of course, I want to give you the best play that you've ever seen, and and he's going to kind of start to launch off into this conversation.
I actually have prepared something for you.
Oh.
My I have this sort of like adopted children. And they are quite the artists. They actually made, real quick during all of this, they made what could potentially be a poster for this play.
That is surprising. I would love to see it.
And so I walk us to the other room as long as it looks like you're not exposed anymore.
Yeah, as soon as he's able to, like, I don't know, get whatever concealing thing, he'll do that.
And it's a very expensive coat. Like, fur.
Damn.
It's like a mammoth right there.
It's just on. It's just like, he's so fabulous. He's living his
But
best
it's a
life.
child size.
Oh, that's fine. That fits it perfectly. Yes.
So then we go and I give you this poster of, it's, very quickly drawn up, but it is an image of myself as what I envision the character that I would play would be. And they've made a few of them for you and your friends to bring with you if you ever want to explain the play.
He'll look at it. And is this the kind of what we were talking about before, Ian, or is this a little bit different?
This is a bit different.
Okay, what does it look like?
It was it to me.
Yeah, so describe it.
It's an image of me with some other, like, you can tell that there are other people, but their faces aren't detailed because those actors have not been explained yet. But it's a pretty detailed image of me in this character that you have created in the best, like, from the, half of the story that I've done. You can
So
see
you have bright white hair.
Yes.
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 And great bangs.
Yes. Yes. And he'll look at it and just kind of, fall into silence and stare at it and then slowly begin to nod and go, yes, this play will change the way theater looks.
fantastic.
Yes. Thank you, my lady. Thank you. This will be a marvelous thing, and you quite talented. Yes.
Good.
Well, we do have a lot to get done. I do not wish to burden you anymore, and we will be meeting. And it was still the same night, right, Ian?
It's evening now. They're
Evening now,
preparing
okay.
dinner at the Aulamaxa estate. It's becoming more of a closer circles as time goes on, as these parties often do. It starts, it's everybody in the beginning of the day, and then a more intimate dinner, and then the party has arrived, Rune, to speak to Nasrin, jumping onto a windowsill nearby as you pass in, enjoying this cold air. As the weather changes, a silver raven lands with a note. Rune, you'd think
Who's
it's
the
for
raven?
you. Vesprin motions towards it. It's got a symbol on its head. You don't recognize it. And she reads the note.
Wow. Ian, is there a way to get a note back quickly?
You can send a return raven. You can send a message to the raven and it will return to its sender.
Okay.
But you have to be fast.
Yeah, she just write, it's a trap!
And you'll send, okay.
Yeah.
What are you going to say to your party, though? They look at you inquisitively about what you've just read.
So, fuck. The Talons are going to the coffee house.
Why?
There's something there.
Yeah, we know that part.
Yeah. But I think they found something bigger, and I like to go, even though you said not to go, which means I gotta go, okay?
Sailix,
Yes.
you're gonna want to go too. I'll catch up with you as soon as I can.
Ian, do I see any of this?
Yeah.
So
Under your eye, you do notice the raven. You can always spot a silver raven.
I
Kinda
go
stand
over and I act
Yeah.
like I don't think anything is going on. And I say, "Hello, guys. I've come up with these things for the play. I don't know if any of you guys want to be part of it, but here," and I hand them all copies of the poster. All of them are done different, slightly different, but all of them have the blank faces. For the one for Nasrin, it's got your face as one of the people in the background. But like not a great image of your face, obviously. They didn't.
Like my face?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Ugh,
Yeah.
that's weird.
We had talked about you being in it, so
Milady, I'm super flattered. This is a great thing.
just take it. Just think about it.
Okay.
And I hand one to everyone. And then I asked what the raven was.
It's
You-
my dad. He's real sick, and I think I might be getting sick too. So I should get going, really.
Sailix is gonna look at Room like, I am the last person that you need to speak to subtlety about ever again.
That's fair. That's absolutely fair.
Ian, do I know who her dad is?
Theobald,
Yeah.
one
Do
of
I
the
know
Silver Ravens. You know him. Yep.
Well, I know him. But do I know his daughter?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You sort of connected the dots by now.
So Theobald? Is he doing all right? What's wrong?
I don't know. I gotta go check on him. That's it. You know, it's gonna be fine.
Lady Aulamaxa.
Can I do like a bluff check?
The,
Yeah.
All right.
I'll make
You want me to roll
a deception check if you'd like. Yeah.
All right.
It's gonna be really hard to trick her. Nope. No, she knows. She knows you're BSing.
Wait.
yeah.
Yeah. No, she's great. No, so that's without the modifier, but that's Nasrin's thing.
Okay.
Yeah. No, yeah. Nasrin is a chef's kiss
Holy
when it
hell.
comes to this stuff. Whoa.
God.
Lady Aulamaxa, the favor you'd asked.
Yes.
I know we had talked about having coffee, but there's apparently some unexpected renovations going on, and it just so happens that my friend here, Vesperin, and her group, they've been asked to kind of watch over the place while things are being done. Unfortunately, there's some rats that are sort of infesting the inside of the place right now, so we need to go and see what we can do about finding your friend and making sure that she is all right.
Okay. I understand. Keep me updated.
Oh, without question, milady, without question.
Do you need someone to assist you?
Yes.
And I want to gesture towards a guard.
The gnome that we came here with, we would like him, please.
Yes.
If you could,
Right in the next room.
Thank
if
you.
you by chance happen to have anything that would allow that little gnome to fly for a period of time that he could borrow,
These
I
big
would
strong arms.
greatly
Come here.
appreciate it.
I'll see what I can do. Ian,
If
do
you're
it.
ever
While
Yeah,
this
you have
is
a wand of
happening,
flight.
I
Okay,
am going
totally.
to while this is happening, I'm going to do my 1-minute ritual of Vital Beacon. Cause I figure we might get hurt.
It's a great idea. Director, you're handed a wand of flight.
Oh
it hasn't
shit!
been used. You had to. Yeah, there was like a.
It's a battery
I had to
operated.
unwrapped it. And no, yeah, exactly.
Double A's
It
gotta
is
look from the
fully
road. Yeah, okay.
charged.
Okay, thank you. Oh wait. Will you need this back, milady?
No, your presence is requested.
Okay.
They're in the next room.
What the hell do they want me for? I swear to God, I'm not. Okay, yes, absolutely. He'll kind of go.
Is there enough zip lines and stuff for me to effectively fly?
No, not here.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll come around.
But
What are
you
you
can be
guys
quick.
doing here?
I can just imagine the director walking out in this fur coat.
Holding the wand backwards.
Well, backwards.
Yes.
Yeah, that's very appropriate. I'm ready.
As the director walks out, Rune's pulling out a scroll.
What are you guys? What are we doing? What's going on?
We're gonna go do what we always do. Save some
Are you
people.
willing to participate in a little something, director?
I mean, what are we talking about? Like, you guys. It's been like a year and a half. Like, I'm not.
People are getting hurt, and we need to solve a problem.
Oh, God.
Don't you want to start working on that next play?
I'm already am. That's the thing. I got to put on guys. I have to put on a play in less than 3 days, and we're talking a big play. I don't know. I don't know what you guys have been
This is
here.
gonna be a dramatic showdown. You know, you got
Rune
to
will-
see it, and it'll be exciting, and you'll get all this material.
I
And
already have a lot of material. I can always use more material.
Sit-
Rune will kneel down and
Exciting.
pull out a little figurine of an elephant that looks exactly
God.
like MBK.
Oh God, my heart, my heart, my soul. He's gonna, yeah. You'll see the change of his,
Manly tears.
yeah.
Silent manly tears.
He loses his voice, gets quiet. What are you saying, Brune?
Rune hands the figurine over to the director. Something that kept me busy. Remembering a friend of mine. And whatever play you need help with when all this is done, I will help you get it done.
Oh, oh, that knife in my side that no one else can see. Okay, all right,
Oh.
All right, then.
all right.
Rune
got
will
it.
cast from the scroll telepathic bond and connect the group of us together telepathically for the next 8 hours.
Wow. Okay.
Oh,
remember
that's
that.
terrible. That's awful.
Right.
You have a teenage wolf attached to your brain.
Oh god, this is so bad.
It
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
It is a willing two-way communication. It is not brain dumping.
I'm also going to say that Vesperin's mind has whatever the Pathfinder world's equivalent of Taylor Swift "Shake It Off" stuck in her head. So you're welcome, party.
No, that checks out.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Mine is WAP.
Of course.
Oh God.
Like,
Am I included in that telepathic bond by chance?
I can make that happen. Yes.
But did you?
If the lady was interested in what was going on, yes, he did. If she just let the thing go by, no, he did not.
Okay. I
So
think
it's really just.
I caught back up with you guys after sending the director back to you. So then
Okay.
probably not, right?
Unless she, like I said, unless the lady was there and was like, "What are you doing?" Rune would have told her, and if she wanted to be part of it, he would have added her to the group.
Gotcha. Okay.
do you want to be a part of Scooby Gang or do you?
I don't think I would have been there.
Okay.
All right.
Scooby Gang.
Sailix will turn to Vesperin and be like, well, I can carry you.
Wait, where are we going? What is happening? I was literally just drinking. Tell me.
We're going to go and deal with the pest problem.
Wait, who are you? I'm confused.
Uh,
I'll be really mad about it.
Hey, director. Usually when you see me, I have big ears and a tail. And I turn around and I show my tail.
Wait. Okay. All right. Who placed my drink? Who did it? Come on, Sailix.
Oi! Did you see that girl with the big blonde wig? Yeah, it was probably her.
I wasn't looking at the wig. There's
I mean,
someone
that's
else's
your
wig on
bloody
that.
problem right there. Then she's slipping things in your drinks, making you see shit.
Ah, that's the fifth wife.
Oh gosh. How many?
We keep asking, he never answers.
That'll be a story.
And you
Oh,
make
wait.
your way
Yeah.
to the coffee house.
Uh,
It's only a
on
few blocks
On the
away.
way there, did Corvus return with any reconnaissance?
Everything is as it looks. Everything is normal, save for the fact that there's a sign in the front saying that it's maximum occupancy, and no one is to enter. Through the windows, people are actually drinking. They're being merry, dancing. There's music. You could even hear as you arrive. Which of you flew? How did you all arrive?
I carried Vesperin.
That's very sweet of you.
Yeah, it was super great. And she's just like, oh, this is romantic.
Sailix are just like, no.
How big and
No.
strong.
I'm
Natalie,
taken, man.
I'm a married spud. I'm a married spud. I'm a married spud.
Yes. I would have walked with the director on my back, probably. Like I would have switched to wolf form and put the director on my back.
Oh no, I'm
Excellent.
flying. We could fly. Do you want to fly? Come on, Aldana, I want to fly.
I haven't flown yet. I don't think.
You're gonna fly. We're gonna fly.
Oh, this is so cool. Oh yes, I have flown. I have
Ah.
flown, but it was a very scary time when I was flying. So this is better. This is much better. This is much
Vesperin is
better.
just 100% making increasingly more inappropriate comments about Sailix's manly arms.
The entire time, the director's trying to write this down. Say it again. That's hilarious. Love it. Great material.
Oh man.
As you arrive, Rude, you realize quite instantly, through the magic that you have, just passive, this place reeks of illusion. Nothing's right here. The door is locked shut. There's a sign that says it's due to a maximum occupancy. You can't see through it, but you know you're looking at something fake. What do you do? You're all sort of in front of this building
In
then.
what bloody universe does a fucking coffee shop at max capacity?
Does Rune see anything, anyone invisible nearby?
No.
All right.
Anybody else?
Is there like a second floor?
Yes, there is.
Well, we can always go in through the second floor.
Spells are still active. If you'd like to come in from... Yeah, there's bedrooms up there.
Vesperin, care to do what you do best and get us in there?
Yes. So.
Let's pick a lock.
Yeah. All right. What do I roll to do that? I guess
that would
first
be...
I probably want to check for traps. That seems like
yeah,
a good
so make
idea.
a perception check.
Okay. Yeah, and then the lock picking is thievery.
Okay.
Sweet.
Perception.
Rune will grant
I
guidance to.
Yeah, my perception's not great.
Rune will grant guidance to Vesper.
Okay.
You don't see any traps.
Okay. That's probably fine. Lockpick.
Brilliant.
This
I
lock
mean-
is my bitch.
Yeah, you just kind of blew on it and it...
Yeah. Just like child's play.
Opening up the window, suddenly it's like you've poked a hole in the illusion. Because now all of you up top, you don't hear the crowd, the bard, the music. You just hear still fire. Just crackling, some footsteps.
What
Downstairs.
do I smell?
Burning food and blood.
Burning blood or just blood?
You smell blood.
Yeah.
Burning blood. I love it.
I want to use my invisibility cloak and be sneaky, and I would just kind of like make a gesture to the party like to like sneak in there.
I'll let you run ahead though with your invisibility. Rune, you see this invisibility. You see through it, but make a stealth check for me as you make your way down the stairs.
Oh, Rune will throw invisibility himself.
Excellent. Then make a stealth check as well. If you're moving at the same pace as Vesperin.
Oh, fair.
Unless you let her go first.
Oh no, absolutely let her go first.
Excellent.
And I'm also gonna be trying to keep an eye on tripwires and traps and stuff.
You make your way down the stairs. Bodies everywhere. Symbols on the few people still here, still standing. They clean their blades. A bald woman with poison being applied to bloody metal. A dwarf. They're standing over piles of bodies. You recognize some of them as talons. And then a strange man, matted skin, tall. It's dark. You can see there's just one dim fire waiting to fizzle out. Not a lot of light coming in, the way this illusion magic works. So you really just see their silhouettes. You can't really see the bodies. you just see the shapes, dozens of them, innocent people, but also talons. And he stops and turns his head towards the stairs that you came down. And he just is silent. What do you do?
Let's see.
And he whispers something to
Can
his
I
friends. Dwarf.
Do my elven ears, are they able to pick that up or no?
You can make a perception check. You hear him say, "They are here." And they sort of look around, trying to seem inconspicuous.
So I would say through the telepathy, you know, like being as still as possible, like, you know, not like barely breathing, and I also have I believe a roguish feat that like makes it so if there's like invisible critters around me, like they can't get a advantage or whatever. But yeah, I'd be it's just the 3, right?
Yeah, that's all you can
Yeah.
see. You
Okay.
hear some footsteps in other rooms, though. On the bottom level, this coffee house. It's so dark, though.
Even with the elf, I have low light vision. That still doesn't help much.
Yeah, it's dark.
Okay,
The
gotcha.
illusion is just blacked it out.
Okay. I'd say over the telepathy, there's 3 down here, including that fuck that summoned the fucking demon. What a boys. Everyone's dead. They're doing some sort of ritual. But I think they know where.
And you hear him say, "You have triggered the alarm, Vespelin. You don't see, do you?" And he walks over. You see the silhouette, a ladder. He grabs it and he sort of sets it down near a chandelier. It's still just a mess. Obviously, they'd killed a bunch of innocent people. I am quite mad at your friends. See, you're not supposed to speak of the Scarlet Triad. When you do, you die. Some people knew this. They were smart. But you all, not so smart.
Sailix will.
And you hear the creaks from. Go ahead.
Sailix will say over the two-way telepathy to Rune, say, just burn it to the ground.
And he just walks upstairs and he sort of looks up when you give that telepathy. Shakes it off and he produces a small flame with his finger, and you notice you can now see the outlines of the bodies. And he just lights one candle at a time and then snaps his finger and a full ring emerges. Theobald is hanging from a noose on the chandelier. And he turns and you see his skin is sort of melting off as he looks in your direction. Now is the time you reveal yourself. A couple more of the Triad thugs move out from behind the bar. You notice now that the place is fully lit. Every single member of the River Talons that you've ever met just about is dead in this room, along with just many of the innocent coffee shop goers. There's no one to scream at the horror, but it's probably the most twisted thing you've ever seen. And he slowly makes his way down the stairs and just draws a weapon. Come on. Right now. Your dagger begins to vibrate and hum with a fury. And you don't know if it's the dagger or you, but something sinister is about to happen now. And that's where we're going to end it off tonight, guys.
Good!
Woo! All right.
Ah!
Ha!
Ha! You did it.
Son of a bitch!
We did it. We most of us survived this encounter. Thank you for watching this episode of Age of Ashes. This was episode 26. Our players were Mr. Smith playing Rune Ravenswood. You can find him at IamMrSmith.com. We have Daniel, who I would never forget. He played Sailix. You could catch him on Fridays alternating for short rest, and he GMs Scion, a game I'm in and I love dearly. Alex as the director, who's just too good for all of this by now, I'm sure. Catch him alternating Mondays because he is GMing Star Wars, and it's just a hoot. Spence played Aldonis. You can catch them alternating Mondays, including tomorrow, I believe. And then I think there are impending changes, so just bear with us here.
We'll make
But
those
Static-
announcements tomorrow. Yep.
Okay, all right. So Static Dawn, I'm absolutely in love with the game. I'm also a player in it. I highly recommend you check it out because we're still just in the beginning of it. Jen, you can find her creative works at savagesparrow.com. And a thank you to our guest, Bailey, for returning as Nasrin Aulamaxa. I didn't kill her off.
No, you
That was
didn't.
pretty good. And if that's it, I think I'm set for tonight. I hope everybody gets some sleep. And Jen, I'm so sorry.
Oh my god, we're gonna have an exciting next time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So catch us next week at 8:30 p.m. We will be right on the heels of where we left off. For revenge.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Awesome.
peanut butter murder time.
Oh my god. All right. Good night, everybody.